Lesson 8D, the reflex arc. This is a neural pathway of sense and response that does not require conscious thought. A typical sensory motor response requires the electrical impulse to arrive at the brain to determine a response. However, a reflex occurs when the body experiences stimulus that requires an immediate response, and does so by producing a response before your brain even has an opportunity to process the impulse. Some of these involuntary responses, which we call reflexes, can be quite simple, involving just 3 neurons. We call this a reflex arc. An example of this is the pain reflex. If you were to touch something hot or sharp, the stimulus would cause the receptor in your skin to create an electrochemical nerve impulse that would travel down the dendrite to the axon of the sensory neuron. Notice that the sensory neuron has a long dendrite and long axon, and its cell body is located outside of the spine. The impulse will pass onto the interneuron on the spinal cord, and instead of the nerve impulse traveling up to the brain for processing, an automatic response is sent to an effector gland or muscle via a motor neuron, in this case your arm muscle, to have you pull away. Notice how the motor neuron has a short dendrite but long axon, and because of the short dendrites, its cell body is still in the spinal cord. While the automatic involuntary response was being sent by the spine to the effector to save precious time of the nerve impulse traveling to and from your brain, a separate impulse was still being sent to your brain so that your response could be registered by your consciousness. Tendon reflexes are often performed by your family doctor, such as this patellar reflex. A mild reflex may indicate a peripheral nervous system issue, while an exaggerated reflex may indicate a central nervous issue.